Love 15.
These two have met 8 times in total on the WTA Tour. Anna's won 6 of those.
15.
Last time they met was earlier this season in Doha, start of the year, but Danιέλα had to retire from that match when she was a 7-1 love down. So the last time they played a proper match was Miami 2012, and again Anna won that in straight sets. Last time Danιέλα had a win against Anna was on grass in Birmingham 2011, 6-2 in the third. She does play well on grass, Danιέλα.
30.
So tight opening service game this. Well, I'm delighted to say Roger Federer's joined us from the Macromax Indian Aces bench. Roger, this is Jason Goodall up in the commentary box.
Hey,
first
Jason.
of all, welcome, and just talk us through what kind of reception that was for you, given that you've enjoyed so much success and had such a warm reception wherever you've played throughout the course of your career.
Yeah, I mean, it's always very special coming to a place you've never been to, come to. It's the unknown, and that's what makes it exciting for me, because I'm like a returning guest, you know, at most of the events for 10, 15 years now. So to be able to go to a new place is unbelievably exciting. Reception was big, it was loud, it was different to what I've experienced in the past. And I really thought it was great energy when I came out. So I'm really thankful.
Yeah, it looks like you've settled into the team nicely. Looks like you had a lot of fun out there this afternoon.
I did, you know. It was a tough start with Pistol, not getting off the best start. And I think he was trying to just focus to get a few games, so that was kind of, you know, a bit funny to watch. But we're in the lead now, so Pistol's relaxed, you know, and he's jet lagged, so he can sit there and enjoy. But then, you know, the rest of the boys and ladies, we know each other very well. Boys, are they boys on the bench? Oh yeah, he's young. Gal's a young guy. So no, it's good fun. We know each other so well, and the tennis tour is a good place to be, I must say.
And what do you think about this format at the tail end of the season? Do you think it's a good concept whereby you're trying to take tennis to a new set of fans and perhaps involve non-traditional tennis fans?
Yes, well, what I like about it is that it's in the part of the world that maybe doesn't see that many tournaments, and it goes to new places. So I like that. It gives a chance for players to play if they want to. I mean, you're working on your game, and it's very competitive out here. It's professional, it's serious, but it's still lighthearted. You know, you sit on the bench, we're sitting together. And then what I like about it as well is, you know, it's getting all together and doing something that you enjoy the most, you know, is to play tennis and to do it in a way that you maybe can't do it on the tour. So I definitely think there's a place for this. Yeah,
I think a lot of the feedback we've had from fans is that they really like to see you guys all mixing on the bench and having so much fun, because of course on both toes it's so very serious, isn't it, throughout the course of the year?
Well, absolutely, and I think that's why, I mean, I'm happy to be part of like a new set of rules and all these, it's crazy, but it's good fun, you know, and I think it definitely worked my mind. I was constantly, you know, trying to remember all the rules that are in place here. So, and you can tweak it, you know, again for years to come, but the way it is right now, it's very, very good.
Roger, it's Robbie alongside Jason. First of all, welcome to India.
Thank you.
And I guess I just want to talk a little bit about the Davis Cup victory just a couple of weeks ago, and how nice it must have been to share it with friends that you grew up playing tennis with when you were 11, 12, 13, 14 years of age, and Marco and Michael, right, and of course Severin.
Well, absolutely, you say it. I mean, I know these guys since unbelievably long. They were some of my best friends in my life, not just on the tennis tour. So it goes without saying that we accomplished something that we're going to go way back in time. Hopefully in 20 years, 50 years time, we're going to talk about it. What an unbelievable weekend it was for us and actually for the country, you know, in a sporting term. We got an unbelievable reception in Switzerland when we came back, and fans waited for this one for a long time, because in '92 we were in the finals, Mark Rosé and Lasek against Pistol and McEnroe and Courier and Agassi, which was almost virtually, really not winnable. So I think Switzerland was unbelievably happy, and I was happy to be part of that.
Very nice, and looking forward to next season. We saw you play a few more tournaments towards the tail end of the season, something that Stefan has encouraged you to do. Are we going to see more of that next year, Rog?
Well, I mean, I gotta be careful I don't overplay. Clearly, I gotta still decide on Davis Cup what I'm gonna do there. But I'm probably gonna, you know, have a look what's gonna happen after the Australian Open, because that's when I'm gonna have my bigger vacation, and that's probably where I'm gonna decide how much I will play next season. But I'm gonna play a full schedule like normal. But the question is, how much more will I add or not?
And one last question. We've been seeing pictures of it in the newspapers and on the internet. The new house in Zurich. Are you ready to move in there before Christmas?
I have already, and I don't like to talk about it because I don't want people to know where I live. But it's very nice. I'm very happy, and it's actually a flat, not a house. But no problem. News gets mixed up in the social media. You've got to be very careful what you believe. You know.
Exactly. Well, it was on the internet, so it must be true, Roger.
Somewhat, yes.
Thanks very much, Roger. Enjoy it.
Of course. See you guys.
Cheers.
No.
30. Please. 30. Juice, deciding point. Receiver's choice.
That's more like it. First game for the Micromax Indian Aces in this set, but of course they lead overall 21-13.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Seiko Solar, powered by light. Sportura from Seiko.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Mark's been in touch, given a shout out from Scotland. Yeah, likes the Aces. Why wouldn't he? Must be a big Federer fan, but you can't like the Aces and the Mavericks, can it? It's 50% of the teams.
He's a smart man. He's covering his options first year. He's just feeling things out, Jason.
15.
Now, these players, Robbie, that play this year, I mean, they can't sign for another team next year. Is there a transfer market? How does that work?
Well,
Is it first come, first served? Have they signed like a numerous year deal?
Prepared to pay X amount of money to make sure that that player doesn't leave their team. Can't be drafted by another team. Because, of course, you know, it's just like any draft. If it's a new draft next year, players can switch. We see it in cricket, football, NFL. Doesn't matter what it is.
What about the commentary? We need to get locked down as well, don't we? We need to work on that.
Oh, John Blum quick on the court. Of course, because the commentary has been so good this year, it puts us in a situation next year, doesn't it?
Got it.
30.
Shame. She loves going up the line with those ground strokes. Didn't play particularly well in Manila initially. I enjoyed it when Serena came in. Relax a little bit. She's been training hard. A lot of work in the gym. She started her sort of off-season training a few weeks ago. Oh, shame again. That's one of her favourite shots, that one. Been working with Carlos Rodriguez, who used to coach Lee Na just for the off-season, and then she's looking for a coach now to take on the tour. 2015, she's very much in love with the game. She's got high hopes for singles. Still believes that she's inroads at the very top of the game. And that's the same for Anna as well. We had a good chat with her the other day, and she said she believes that, you know, there are Grand Slams out there to be won, and that she can put herself in the mix. Got a new team around her. Been working a lot on the serve, trying to control the ball toss a little better. It's slightly quicker motion now. It's good tennis. Of course, Robbie, she's number 5 in the world at the moment. How close is she to getting her hands on a Grand Slam trophy, or is that not an option for her in 2015 as far as you're concerned?
I think it might be, given there was a big shake-up on the tour as far as Grand Slam winners was concerned. 4 different winners, of course, on the WTA tour this year, in the major. So I think that'll give her a lot of confidence. The fact that Serena didn't dominate everything like she so often does, and I think someone to contend with. We've seen what Kvitova can do. She's got some serious firepower. She'll be looking for a little bit more consistent.
And of course, hopefully have Azarenka to full fitness. She'll be next as well if that's the case. Maria Sharapova, she was in Manila. She enjoyed herself. She brought the house down there.
Oh, couldn't make the adjustment there off the left cord.
Good time. You give it time. You know, she can hurt you. She's flat. So as an opponent, you have very little time to react. Aces lead, 22-14.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Premier Kinetic from Seiko.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Jason Goodall alongside Robbie Koenig. This is the Coca-Cola International Premier Tennis League, presented by Qatar Airways. Midway through our stint here in New Delhi. Enjoyed ourselves in Manila. Had a blast in Singapore. And of course, we're heading to Dubai. We'll play on 3 days there. The last final series of this year. It's a round-robin format. So each of the teams play each other at each location, and the rosters have changed slightly. Players have been drafted in to play sort of 2-3 matches at a time. Mavericks, for instance, had Maria Sharapova and Andy Murray in Manila initially. Of course, Andre Agassi and Serena Williams are in Singapore for the Slammers. Of course, Pete Sampras and Roger Federer here for the Aces this week. Anyone else in town this week, Robbie, of note?
There is somebody by the name of Novak Djokovic, who I believe has just come into town.
I did see him at the hotel this morning, just nipping out for some secret practice. And if the rumours are correct, might make an appearance this evening. Of course, his debut slated for tomorrow, but I've got a sneaky feeling he might play this evening. Oh, it's a lovely shot. Superb feel. That's a good game, that. Hantuchova's doing well. She leads 4-2. Nice attitude. All of the women have taken it very, very seriously. There's such a lot of rivalry on the tour. It doesn't matter what you're playing. None of them like to lose to one another.
She's been dialed in. Knows where the serve's going, so she's just preparing nice and early.
There's the Royals captain in the background there in the green tracksuit, JLD Yaga. So nice situation he finds himself in with Novak Djokovic being drafted in. There's Nenad Zimonjic. I think that's one of the pluses for Novak. He's got a great team there full of good friends of his, and they've been telling him how much fun they've had with JL as captain and how well they've been doing. And Novak, I think he's just desperate to get out there, experience it. And I think especially off the back of this afternoon as well, when he'll have seen the reception that Roger got and Pete got. So, I mean, why wouldn't you want to get out there and experience that for yourself?
Couldn't agree with you more. Did see JL on the bike there. I hope Zimo's not getting nervous that he might get subbed for the men's doubles.
It's the first time I've seen JL do any exercise in the last couple of years. Oh, it's a stationary bike. That's why he's on it. Well, this is turning into a bit of a nightmare for Anna Ivanovic. It's a little bit of an after the Lord Mayor show. I think she's found it difficult to get out there and be fully focused on this. She's playing poorly. That's more like it. It's not done yet. Remember, the aces need to finish on a high, so they have to win the last game. So if she's beaten in this set, we will go into overtime. She'll need to hold to secure victory. Better serving just in the nick of time. She's still frustrated with her overall performance in this set. There's still plenty of tennis to be played. Slammers lead 4-3. It's 23-15 now.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Pulsar. Tell it your way.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Time. Love 15.
There he is. That's what you call an entourage. It's at least 20. Who's the bigger star? That gentleman in Bollywood or Roger Federer in the tennis world?
Oh man, you're asking me some difficult. And I think he would just edge Roger, given how big Bollywood is here. I mean, 1.25 billion people. I mean, are that many people following tennis? It's a good question, Jason. Remind him to ask our Twitter followers what they think. Rephrase the question one more time.
Yeah, who has the bigger following? Roger Federer in the tennis world or the biggest star in Bollywood?
Amitabh Bachchan.
Maybe both.
Let us know at Rob Koenig Tennis.
Indian aces have called it timeout.
Yeah, now. If you win next point with the power point, you have 2 break points in a row. Okay? You prefer on the outside?
Yes, I prefer on that side.
On the outside, so this point. Okay, come on, Anna.
Come on, Anna. Go for it.
That's good. Fabrice has been a good captain, I think. He's very specific with his feedback. He understands, you know, details. Which side do you prefer? When do you want to play it? He's been on it all the time.
And decisive, which is always important.
And he's played some good singles too. Remember, he's unbeaten. He's just had a problem with a gallstone in Singapore, and he was in a lot of pain yesterday evening. So he's not fully recovered yet. It's all smiles today, but still struggling physically a little bit. So I hope he recovers sooner rather than later.
Vas-y, go. No.
Indian aces called happiness power points. Again.
Oh, she's just missed it. She's missed a couple of those by a matter of millimeters. I don't think there's any doubt that she hit that just a little late. But I think the happiness PowerPoint has worked well.
30-40.
Yeah, so all of a sudden, it's break point. And, of course, Hantuchova's returning from her favourite side. I don't think Danιέλα actually knew that they were playing the happiness PowerPoint there, because that was suggested during the timeout. The break point now. You see, that was still affecting her, wasn't it? That was a poor shot. That's what she finds difficult. Concentrates on the present when things don't quite go according to plan. So ace is right back in this set, and of course they lead overall 24-15.
Love 15.
JL just said, chatting with Robbie Federer.
He's just saying, if you're not 100% happy, if your son's not 100% happy with that team,
yep,
we'll take him. So he's keeping his eye on him as well, isn't he? Can't afford to lose your star player.
They could share a couple of stories, couldn't they?
30. Singapore Slammers have got a happiness PowerPoint.
PowerPoint time.
Fault. Game. Singapore Slammers. Singapore Slammers lead 5-4.
Well, it's all changed with the Slammers now having a slender lead at the tail end of this set. So still frustrated though, it's 24-16 now.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Boursin, le plaisir intense.
Sponsored by Bet365.
So serving for the set here. That's a good start. A little fortunate getting the let on the serve. Of course, you play those in this format. I like it. Adds a bit of spice. Does have a reputation of getting a little tight when attempting to serve out sets and matches, especially against top-ranked opposition. Just tried to do a little too much with that, and this is what I was talking about. Anna really has enjoyed herself so much in this team format, and of course, very different today with Federer and Sampras on the bench. After a slow start, she's responded well. And she would dearly love to get a win for the team here too.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5-minute shootout.
So 5-all. No normal tiebreak this, Robbie. What's the deal?
Well, it'll be a 5-minute time-sensitive shootout, of course, and who's ever leading after 5 minutes is the winner. If scores are tie, you'll play a sudden death point with the receiver deciding which side they'd like to return from.
Any additional power points in the shootout?
You do, you get one each. So nice and simple.
It's good length. It's important to get off to a decent start, isn't it? Very easy to panic if you fall behind by 2 or especially 3 points in a shootout.
Singapore Slammers.
Good combination of shots.
Singapore Slammers. 3-1. Singapore service.
And stayed awfully low.
Oh, yes, what a return. She's read that serve well throughout the set, hasn't she? Not enough width on it.
Indian aces have called a happiness power point.
Just sits on that one. All the time in the world.
So this is the big points. Of course, counts double for Anna. Oh, that's a poor shot.
5-1. Singapore service.
Didn't manage her weakness well there, especially considering it was a power point. It's better return. She would have dearly loved to have done that on the previous point, obviously, but she reduces the arrears to just 3 points. Plenty of time left. Just over 2 minutes.
Things are starting to get a little interesting. It'll be nice for Anna to win this one.
It was a better slice serve. You've got to get that kind of width on it if you're going to hit it regularly.
Bonus that she won the point so quickly as well.
Of course, slammers still have their happiness power point to play, which would count double. It's all getting very interesting now. Just over 50 seconds on the clock. It's 5 apiece. Oh, she's missed it. The ball just clipped the top of the net.
6-5. Indian aces.
And I think maybe Captain Josh Eagle is waiting until Danιέλα returns to play the happiness power points. And this, of course, then is huge. Oh, I love the mindset. It was so aggressive. As soon as Hantухova threw the ball up into the air, she was looking to move inside the baseline and take the ball on the rise. And that will do it, surely.
Time, game, final sets.
So Hantухova bitterly disappointed. She had a lead in both the set and the shootout, but wasn't able to get it done. So delight for Anna Ivanovic, and what an afternoon for the Micromax Indian Aces. Comfortable winners in the end over the DBS Singapore Slammers, 26-16.
Well, what a closer Anna's becoming. Keep her in the bullpen, and when the job needs to be finished off, bring her out to centre stage. We saw it yesterday, and we've seen it again this afternoon. Anna doing the job for her team, but was given a nice, healthy lead, courtesy of a certain RF.
Did well to turn that one around in the singles there, Anna, because it was a sluggish start. You can understand why. Such an atmosphere when Federer was on the court there. And it was perhaps difficult for her to get fully focused at the very start of the set, but she responded well. I have to say that Danιέλα did get a little tight, didn't she, both in the set and in the shootout. And there are lessons to be learned there, but that's her reputation. It's bothered her throughout the course of her career. So she will be bitterly disappointed. Let's get courtside now with Craig Willis.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, much scenes of jubilation down here. Terrific singles. Anna, well done.
Thank you so much. I was not sure about terrific, but I'm happy to win.
And can you believe you're playing in the same team as Roger Federer and Pete Sampras?
No, definitely not. I mean, after first 4 sets of tennis, I felt really nervous coming out here because of the lessons we got from Roger, and I felt so nervous. I'm like, no way I can do this.
I can't believe a player of your experience and your wonderful ability would get nervous with those guys.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, he's such a legend, and I look up to him. You know, he's a great person too, and it's amazing to be part of, you know, his team.
And well done on your win, Fabrice. Smiling again. Micromax Indian Aces doing very well. The best captain, Anna, just called you.
Yeah, she's very nice with me. I mean, we're still having a lot of fun all together, and with Pete and Roger who join us today, it's just amazing to have them in the team. So thanks to the crowd and thanks to all my team.
Wonderful tennis here in Delhi. Well done to the Micromax Indian Aces. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got some special music as they head to the dance floor.
Well, let's see what kind of moves this bunch have got.
Has Fed had much time to rehearse? Not really.
And we know, being Swiss, he's a bit of a perfectionist.
Might have to just show us a little freestyling.